Hi everyone, Sebastian here. So in this episode, I want to talk to you guys about the market crash that just happened today, Dogecoin update, and the 7 cryptos under 2 list that was placed on Investor Place as an article. So let's get into the first thing. We'll do a quick crypto update and the market crash update. So let's go here. If we look, we can see, where is it? Dow Jones Industrial Average, it obviously fell down. It's down less than 1%. And then, let me see if we have it. We don't have it here. But the other markets as well crashed. Bitcoin crashed. Bitcoin went down quite a bit. It hit a low of, what is it? Let's see if we can see it. A low today of 54,511. And it's kind of rebounding now, looks like a little bit. Ethereum, same thing. Ethereum hit an all-time high today of 4,213, and it's down to low for today was 3,760. Litecoin, same thing. Litecoin hit an all-time high today as well of 413.91, and then it fell back down to 345. So the market saw a big correction today. A lot of the fears that were with the Colonial Pipeline that has been hacked and ransomware, and it's based on the Russian hackers. So that's where we stand with the market today. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be much better. Doge as well fell from obviously the highs that we saw on Saturday of 75 cents was the all-time high, I believe, that we reached. Actually, no, it was 73 cents. 0.99, and it has since hit an all-time low this week of 44 cents. It's been recouping those losses here in the last hour or so. So that's a good sign to see. All right, let's get into the article here by Matt R. Hake for Investor Place. 7 cryptocurrencies under $2 that could be the next Bitcoin. In the beginning of the article, he goes through basically Bitcoin, how it's gone up, Ethereum, how it's gone up over the past year, and then he's looking to see a couple other altcoins that are under $2 that could be the next Bitcoin. So as a full disclosure, I own Dogecoin and I own some Stellar. So remember, this is not financial advice, I'm just a YouTuber here on YouTube, so don't take my word as the gospel. So if we look at Dogecoin has a market cap right now of 59.3 billion at 45 cents. It's gone up a little bit, obviously, since the writing of this. So Dogecoin was originally created as a joke to mimic the rise of Bitcoin, but it has since taken on a life of its own. Obviously, we've seen that since the historic price increases it has seen this year. This token supply structure. Actually, let me see if I can get this to where I want it to be. There we go. So these are the ones that I've highlighted. That makes it a little bit easier for you guys and for me. Okay. This token supply structure may actually make Dogecoin. Back on top. Dogecoin has a slightly inflationary token supply structure. This is because the token issues just 5 billion new Dogecoin each year. With the present total of 128 billion Dogecoin, that means that the average annual increase is 3.9 currently, but each year this percentage increase declines as the base denominator rises, right? So as you have more of the Dogecoins out there and you're only introducing the same amount, that's obviously going to lower the increase of it year after year. So this token supply structure may actually make Dogecoin a useful cryptocurrency for payments in the real economy, as he wrote in a February 8 article. The reason is that the economies need a slight bit of inflation, which helps account for both the velocity of the spending as well as the price increase. And I kind of agree with that. You want something that's a little bit more inflationary in order for it to be used as a daily currency driver. You don't want something that's like Bitcoin, where Bitcoin people are holding it as the gold 2.0, because there is a limited supply of it. It's kind of like gold, limited supply, and we can only mine so much of gold. Same thing with Bitcoin, we can only mine so much of that. So I like to see that, obviously, if it's going to be used as a daily currency driver, we want something that's inflationary. So he goes on to say, therefore, look for Dogecoin to take on more than just a cult following over the next year or so. I suspect it has a good chance of crossing 100 billion in market value, making it the third largest cryptocurrency after Ethereum. For time being last week, I think it was in the number 3 or number 4 spot after Ethereum. For example, if it were to hit $1 per Dogecoin, it would have risen nearly 120% from the current price, giving it a market cap just under 130 billion. That's still a far cry from the Ethereum's 409 billion market valuation. So there seems to be an upward limit to how high the coin can actually fly. And then here it just describes that it's currently traded on Robinhood and Webull. And just within the last week, we've had Gemini, eToro, and Crypto.com offer the ability for their users to be able to trade Dogecoin. But if we look at some of the statistics on Dogecoin, let me go back here. So Dogecoin current price is 488. We had a 10% decrease in the last 24 hours. 7 days, we're still up 12.45%, and we're still green on the chart for the 7 days. But here's some interesting things I wanted to show you guys. On the analysis part of it for Dogecoin, we see that hodlers making money at current price. 87% are still making money, 7 are basically at even, and 6% are out of money. But the concerning part, which is I think what Elon Musk spoke about in his tweets in the weeks past, is the 65%, which a lot of people are speculating that it could be just Robinhood, some of the other exchanges that are holding the money, which is accounting for the large holders. Transactions greater than 100K, that's pretty good, 361 billion, and transaction demographics, West 56, 44% East. So I think with Dogecoin, right, that's a tough one. I think if you want to put in a couple $100, you're not afraid to lose it, go ahead and do it. If you don't have that kind of money, don't want to lose the money, maybe look at it on another coin. So let's go back to the list here. Let's take a look at Ripple. So Ripple has a current market cap of 50.3 billion. Ripple was created in 2012. Currently is tainted by lawsuits from both the SEC and private sectors. In January, Coinbase delisted Ripple from its exchange, which obviously crashed the price of it. However, some other exchanges still allow trading in Ripple. If Ripple wants to be a real-time payment settlement system with no chargebacks, the problem is there are a number of other cryptocurrencies in this space as well. I think Stellar's trying to accomplish this, and the big thing that I know that they're kind of like going after, correct me if I'm wrong on this in the comments, but I believe they're going after the SWIFT system, which is used by banks to transfer money between borders. If that's the case, I think there's a lot of different other cryptocurrencies that could do the same thing. So that's why I've never bought Ripple. I just don't see the need for it if you have other cryptocurrencies that can do the same thing without having to deal with banks. So I think this might be just for a way for banks to use it between themselves. If we look at, go back to the screen here, if we look at Ripple, we see that it's at 141 right now. Obviously, it's off its lows from earlier this year when we first heard of the SEC was suing them. A lawsuit was filed by the SEC. You can see that here where it was climbing. This was back in 2018, 2020, 21. So it went up a little bit and then it went back down, and it's obviously come back up in price. If we do analysis on it, we don't have data. They don't have data on XRP. So we'll skip that one. We'll go on to the next one. So the next one is Cardano. I have friends that own Cardano, and they swear by it. Obviously, they've made some good money. They've bought it in the past couple of months. So Cardano is a platform with a different blockchain validation system than Bitcoin or Ethereum. Those blockchains use mining and proof of work reward systems for miners. Cardano systems called Ouroboros, I think I'm pronouncing that right, is based on a proof of stake validation. So this is something that Ethereum is going into. Anyone can stake his Cardano to validate a blockchain set and get rewarded for this. This uses significantly less electricity than crypto mining, which obviously Bitcoin mining and Ethereum is quite electricity intensive. Even Ethereum is going to transition to the system within the next year or two. Cardano is already there and is currently the largest proof of stake validation blockchain in crypto in operation. So this has one benefit over Ethereum right now is for that. ADA continues coins can also be used for peer-to-peer settlement and payment transactions. The platform also enables smart contracts and applications that can run on its platform. However, the company that founded Cardano, IOHK, sets the rules for the platform and has funded its growth. To date, there have not been many large companies that use its platform currently. Don't expect Cardano to dramatically rise from here, given its huge market cap already. So if we look at Cardano, go back to the list here. Cardano has a current market cap of 52 billion, it looks like. Close to that. In the last 24 hours, it has gone down a little bit. Let me see here. Market cap is down. Last 24 hours, it is down 1.54%, or 7.9%. Sorry, that's BTC down here. So everything is down in crypto for the most part, except for a few other coins. If we look at the analysis on it, we can see that the holders making money right now is 88%, 12% are basically even in zero are not out. So we have a lot of people that have bought it before that are holding it. Concentration by large holders is 24%, which is good. You don't want to have too many. That's not over concentrated with the large holders. And then the buy signal is bullish on it. Good network growth, concentration is good. So that's one you might want to think about investing in. If it's a couple $100 or whatever you can or whatever you want to. But this one does seem promising. I think it's the closest one that could possibly take on Ethereum for its dominance share. So let's look at the next one, VeChain. So this is a new one. This one I haven't heard about. So this one was interesting to me to take a look into. So VeChain and its supply chain and logistics focused blockchain platform. So it looks like it's going to be for more on the supply chain part. In fact, a number of large enterprises are now using VeChain to track their inventory. One such company based in Norway, DNV, tracks commercial cargo vessels and their cargo items. According to Seeking Alpha, it was an early adopter of blockchain technology to track this inventory, which is kind of interesting that they're using that. I think Walmart and some other large companies are also starting to use blockchain to track their inventory from basically creation to the end of the cycle. VeChain is also unique in that it pays a dividend of sorts called VeThor to VET token holders. In my previous article, I estimated that the dividend rate is a little over 1.3%, which isn't bad. Like I said, this is the first time I'm hearing of VeChain. So if we look at their analysis here on VeChain, so I added this VeChain. So VeChain is down almost 12% for the last 24 hours. It's at 20 cents. Obviously, you put in $100, you get a lot more of this than you would of Cardano. And the market cap on it is right now of 13 billion. So it's a low market cap, so it still has some room to grow. Analysis on this one. Well, they don't have any analysis on this one either. So this one is kind of interesting because it's doing the blockchain for asset tracking, basically. Your inventory, what you're shipping out, what's in the containers and things like that. So I don't know as far as how much more usage it can go from there. Obviously, if you have everybody in the world tracking through this sort of thing, then yeah, I mean, you could definitely go up in price. So let's look at the next one here. Stellar Lumens, I own this one. I don't own a lot. I own, I think, 12,000 coins of it, which isn't a great deal, but it is up there. So Stellar Lumens is a blockchain protocol for payment systems similar to XRP. It wants to ease money transfers around the world. In 2017, Stellar Lumens started working with the government of Ukraine. They are in discussions to develop a national digital currency. This will be a signature event for Stellar Lumens if this gets off the ground. Yes, it will, because I think other countries will follow suit as well. In its essence, Stellar is an open source protocol for exchanging money or tokens. According to Wikipedia, it was founded by Jed McCaleb, who founded Mt. Gox and was a co-founder of Ripple. So that's why you can have the same kind of similar attributes to it. I think they had a misunderstanding, or they couldn't come into a understanding between different paths that they wanted to take. So he went off here and started Stellar. So Ripple's success will depend on how well its payment system platform will adapt around the world. So far, its limited success may take longer than most people may want to wait for the Stellar Lumens platform to be adopted by national governments and enterprises, which is true. But as we see more and more countries transition to it, we've seen already with China going with their own coin, national coin. So this could be interesting going forward. So if we take a look at Stellar here. So Stellar is currently at 64 cents. It's down only 4.25 cents right now in 24 hours. And the market cap is 14 billion, which is similar to that of VeChain. And if we look at analysis, they don't have any analysis on it either. All right, so we'll go on to the next one. So the next one is Tron. And I got a couple of friends of mine that own this one as well. Tron is an operating system based on blockchain with an independent peer-to-peer network. The Tron Foundation originally raised 70 million in an initial coin offering in China. Since then, the RXUSD crypto called Tronix has risen to nearly 10 billion in market value. Wikipedia reports that the Tron crypto had a controversial background, including charges of plagiarism and certain other charges. The Tron Foundation resisted these accusations and tweaked its modus operandi by acquiring BitTorrent, the biggest peer-to-peer file sharing network. Justin Sun founded Tron and is now also the CEO of BitTorrent. According to CoinDesk, he sees Tron as a viable competitor to Ethereum. That could be one major reason why Tron has done well this year. Tron ended 2020 at $2.69 and currently at $12.08 today. It is up 376 year to date. Look for TRXUSD to continue to do well as it gains acceptance. So this is another one of those that, as long as, Ethereum is obviously kind of like the blockchain computer of the web. So you have smart contracts, you have NFTs, you can do other tokens on it. And if Tron can simulate some of those things or emulate some of those things, it can do pretty well as Ethereum is. Ethereum hit 4,000 just this past week. So that's a good sign to see. So if we look at Tron here. So Tron is at 12 cents right now. It's down 14.4%. Market cap is currently at 9 billion, so it's obviously down from its time when the article was written. And if we look at the analysis on it, then they don't have any analysis on it either. So those are smaller ones that don't have anything on them right now. So if we go back to the list, BitTorrent. BitTorrent, I'm surprised that I even have this. Back in the day when I was younger, I used to use BitTorrent to share files. So BitTorrent is a peer-to-peer file share platform founded by Bram Cohen and later sold to Tron. The platform seeks to enhance users' ability to distribute data and large electronic files using a decentralized protocol. So some of the things that came to my mind right away was Coin, which I also own a little bit of, and then Filecoin. And I think there was another one also, DBD or something like that. I can't remember right now off the top of my head, that was also doing this similar thing. Initially, the protocol was used to allow illegal downloads of pirated movies and other media on a decentralized basis. So you would have a program on your computer, somebody else would have a computer program, the same program, and you would be able to share files that way through the application on BitTorrent. Later, after receiving private equity funding, BitTorrent cut deals with large 7 movie studios to rid itself of illegal copyright issues. Obviously, they got sued for it, so that's why they had to cut deals for it. Recently, BitTorrent has received licenses from a number of these film studios to distribute their content. This makes its cryptocurrency quite valuable. And the reason it makes it quite valuable because the platform solves real-world issues relating to large file sharing, similar to like Amazon AWS. Amazon AWS powers like Netflix, some of the other Hulu applications. Think about that. I mean, so that's kind of like what they're going after, which is kind of interesting, and I think has some promising future for it. So if we look at the watch list here, BitTorrent, I don't know if they have any data on it, but right now it's at less than a penny. Great time to buy, possibly. It's down 10% right now. Market cap is just $4 billion, but if they can build off of that, where they can provide, data storage and making it easy for users of like Netflix to come on board and use it on there, and then Hulu, YouTube, possibly even, and then you have YouTube TV and all the other ones where you have all these streaming applications running all the time on TVs, and if you can put that on the blockchain, I think there's a lot of promise for that. So that might be interesting to see how it does down the road. I believe that covers up the list here. Yeah, so this is the list that he provided. I think it's a pretty good list. Some of the ones I wouldn't agree with, especially Ripple. I'm not a big fan of Ripple. I don't know why. I just never really got into it based on the fact that you could do it with other cryptocurrencies to send payments across borders. And if it's just for banks to use, well, they can use what they have right now, Swift. I just don't really care. So that's it. I hope you guys found this useful. I'll definitely be doing some more research on these, possibly buying a couple of them. And let me know in the comments down below if you have any of those or if you're buying any of those. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, that would help me out a lot. Smashing the like button as well. Helps other people know that this is good content. Let me know if you would like to see something else on here, or if there's anything else I can talk about. So put it down in the comments below. With that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.